right, next up we have Adam McGovern. Adam McGovern died in the Mid-Atlantic Consortium circa 2056. He finished Moby Dick more than once.
Hello? My life is based on a true story, and this one is called My Streisand. You've got to be kidding, he shrieked, slamming the phone down even louder in my coworker's ear. Okay, first, there were phones you could slam, and ones on which you couldn't tell who was calling or who was picking up. It was the year 1994, and Barbra Streisand was touring for the first time in ever. It meant so much to me that I tried to get in for free, as the small press music journal I was at the time. Her publicist, the accurately named Ken Sunshine, had cared enough to call and reject me personally. In between huddles with Epstein and Weinstein, as now known. But I had responsibly made the request from my day job's landline, so the number was indiscriminate, and the coworker took the full brunt of what was meant for me. Luckily, she was a sister superfan, and I resolved, undaunted, to pay $125 for a ticket. These were $125 1994 dollars, and most of a Downward Blue mobile arts admin's rent money, but I had to try. I went to the local record store nearby. Okay, first there were record stores. So that I could stand online the minute tickets went on sale. Also on the day job's time, by the way. Except they didn't go on sale. The lucky few who could make it to the head of the line would be given a hospital bracelet-looking thing that would entitle you to come back the next day and stand on another line to get any of the tickets that might be unsold in the second. "What is that?" she exclaimed. It was my wife pointing at the bracelet on my wrist when I came home. I said it's a special ribbon to show my solidarity with wealthy Jewish show tune enthusiasts. I'm Jewish, don't send letters. "But she dissed you, why would you go see her?" I said, "Because girlfriend, she could spank us in Macy's window and all we do is ask what time they open tomorrow morning." I grew up in a house, in a family, that would play Streisand records at memorial services. And we had all of them. My parents would still talk about the one time they gotten to see her as if it were literally the concert of their life. And in the media right before this tour, Barbara had reasonably noted that, quote, amortized over the course of a lifetime, unquote, an exorbitant ticket price to see her was a bargain. So, ticket now in hand, I was most concerned with the next night of the rest of my life. And at last it arrived. I found myself on another long line as all of us waited to go through a weapons check. 2 times in the 90s, I was metal detected on the way into a gig. Wu-Tang and Streisand, bitches. For years, the word had been, though now that there really is an internet to check for it, I can find no proof, that she had stayed off the concert stage because a renegade cell of the PLO had vowed to assassinate her if she returned. And snaking through that queue, I had time to reflect that when it comes to wanting to kill Barbara, even terrorists have to wait in line. I knew that we were about to see a concert for inner children of all ages when we came to a large sign which said, patrons bringing food, camera, or recording equipment will be excluded from the performance. Oh no, excluded. Do they at least validate feelings on the way out? Once seated, it was a unique, intimate evening with our heroine. I mean, there were 20,000 of us, but she was all that we could see. And I mean literally. A barely visible orchestra behind a wall. Giant projected images of Barbara through the ages with mortal-sized Barbara beneath them. A supercut of characters from her movies, edited so they could hold a conversation with each other. A duet, My Hand to God, on Papa Can You Hear Me, with herself in a clip from the A recurring bit where she'd lie on a couch talking to a series of therapists who were nothing but a disembodied recorded voice and a spotlight on a chair. Then she did You Don't Bring Me Flowers, without Neil, without anybody. My $125 ticket bought me a seat almost behind the stage, where I could catch a view of a Wall Street ticker tape-esque stream of teleprompts, which was placed up where Barbara could look at it, and scrolled absolutely every word she said. Hello, Times Square. Hello, Times Square. You're gonna get me all verklempt. You're gonna get me all verklempt. People. You know, it's like burp, sneeze. You know. At the front of the stage, huge screens illustrated each song in a kind of monumental early PowerPoint. She got to Happy Days Are Here Again, rebranded in stage patter as an anthem to what a utopia we were in now that Bill Clinton was president. Illustrated, accompanied with mammoth, real-life, recent headlines. Happy days, bum, bum, bum. Happy days, slide, slide, slide. Happy days, healthcare gag, little NAFTA. And my personal favorite, crime bill passes. In awe, by the end of the concert, I realized that I had been witness to the cheese of the gods. Did I also mention that it was one of the most transcendent spectacles of superhuman artistry and emotive genius I'd ever witnessed? Maybe some other time. And it did turn out to be the one time in my lifetime I did witness it, which has lasted me all the way to this day and this moment, June 7th, 2026. Or in amortized terms, $11.39.